Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing great. If you're new here, please subscribe to support the channel and see more videos like this one where we analyze the markets the minimalist way. So by making clear and simple analysis by using clear and simple indicators. Today I'm looking at the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen on the 1 hour time frame, and I'm using three indicators: the bottom stop signal, the levels and zones, and the RSI Exhaustion. Today I want to show you a very conservative trade because it could get more aggressive, but today I want to show you a very conservative trade. So the trade looks like this. Well, let's make some analysis. What we see here is that we have, first of all, down at the bottom, the RSI, which is trending up. You see, it's trending up. So this upward movement of the price is definitely supported by this upward movement in the RSI. What I see in particular is that at the first peak to the downside here of the RSI, we also got a bottom. Actually, we got two bottoms, one here and one here. These are the ones that the bottom stop signal says. And we also have one bottom here, just occurred. And at the same time, we had one bottom here and one bottom here. The RSI is exhausted, so it's red, which means that it's bearish exhausted and the price doesn't have, considering the fact that it's moving up, at this point it doesn't have too much room to go to the downside. So this is supporting the fact that the price should move higher, which is the kind of setup that I'm looking for. Typically, when we trade the bottom stop signal and the RSI exhaustion, we look for a slightly different setup. So we look for a second bottom, this one, to be lower than this one and to have divergence. So we will have two bottoms, so like this, first bottom here and the second one back here, and then the RSI goes up. So one goes down, the other goes up, and we say, okay, we have divergence, so the price will go up. And then of course we combine this analysis with further analysis, and you can find plenty of videos on our channel about this. In this case, it's a slightly different setup. So we want the second bottom to be higher, and in this case it is significantly higher because you see the first bottom is here, the second one is here. This uptrend is supported by this upward movement of the RSI. So the first condition, second bottom higher, is fulfilled. Of course, a condition is to have a bottom, and we have it. And the last condition is to have exhaustion, and we also have it. So we can place our order. So the order will look like this. The entry price is going to be probably around here in the next candle. The stop loss, well, the stop loss, we must stay below this lowest, most recent lowest point here. So below this level. You see we have the sell area, which is this red area here. The sell area, the sell zone given by the levels and zone. We can use this one to set our stop loss, okay? And for the target, well, usually when we see this setup, we can take this, the length of the first upward movement, and project it to the upside. Okay, so we start from the bottom here, from the lowest point here, and project the same length to the upside. So we would end up here. Okay, the problem here is that we have this resistance. So in this case, it's not guaranteed that we will end up here. I mean, the resistance is almost halfway to our target. So it's not guaranteed. Usually it happens, so it happens actually frequently. If we don't have this resistance, then the price is very likely going to this level. Since we have this, we must be a bit more cautious. So for the sake of safety today, as I said, I want to be more conservative, and I will place my target at this resistance level. This is going to be a very likely target to be hit for two reasons. First of all, because it's exactly in between our desired target. So from the past experience, we know that when we have this kind of setup, the likelihood that the price moves up to this level here is very high. And since we have a target which is lower than this, the likelihood that we reach the target is very high. Then we also have this resistance, and as you know from technical analysis, when you have a level, whether it is a resistance or a support, it gets tested many times, or at least once. So it's like if we expect that the price moves higher, this plays like an attraction to the price to move closer to it and probably test it, so touch it. And this is why I'm setting my target here. Of course, since I'm conservative today, the risk reward is very low, or at least for me. Maybe for you a risk reward of 2 is very high. It depends on your overall trading strategy, so it's totally okay. Just for me, it's pretty conservative as a risk reward, but it's okay. If I'm looking for this level up here, the risk reward would be much higher, twice the one that we will get with this trade. But as I said, since we have this resistance, which is a major resistance, I prefer to stay conservative in this trade, and let's see how it plays out. The price is moving quite rapidly. Initially it moved kind of sideways for quite some time, a few hours, and then it's going straight up. The RSI down here is exhausted and it is increasing, which are both characteristics that says that our analysis is correct and are supporting both the price action, because it means that the price is growing, and it is growing with a support from the RSI. I'm expecting to reach this target. I cannot predict how long it's going to take. Maybe the price will take like forever. Maybe it's just going straight up the next candle. I don't know. But I'm very confident that this trade is going to be a winning trade, because we were just very conservative. A quick update for you guys. So we had a top here a few hours ago, but this is not concerning me at all, because I mean, the resistance is playing its game and it's pushing the price lower. The support is doing the same and it's pushing the price higher. When we have this kind of setup, 1, 2, 3 to the upside, then we should expect to reach the target quite frequently. So at least we should expect, in this case, since we have this resistance, we might not get up there, but we should expect a nice upward movement. So this top here is totally something that I just don't care. I'm still into this trade, and all the technical analysis that we made initially is still absolutely valid, because nothing on a technical point of view has changed. And we reached the target, guys. The price now went up to test the resistance. I don't know whether it's going to continue. As I said before, when we have this kind of setup, the price usually makes a second movement at the same length of the previous one. Because of this resistance, it's not granted, but definitely it was going to touch this level, and it did. So our very safe trade resulted in a 2x return, which is okay. It's not the best, definitely not the greatest that I have ever achieved, absolutely not. It's more on the low end of my returns, but it's definitely something great, because it means that now we could even lose the next 2 trades, the next one and the one after the next one, and then we would still be profitable because we would have not lost any money. Okay, so when we trade like this, we are sure that in the long run we are consistently profitable and our trading account keeps growing. Okay guys, so I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to like it with a thumb up down below. Subscribe if you didn't already, and feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, suggestion, advice. I'll be happy to read them all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.